Normal day of chores will bring you along for the ride. All right, so we're up to our final, we're up to 30 pounds now. And that's the most we're gonna feed them until we take them to slaughter. The rule of thumb for the grain, at least what we do, is 1 pound of grain per 1 month of age. So we're gonna give them 30 pounds of grain and then all of our scraps until the end. Good morning, I am Dustin Aleman. This is Aleman Family Homestead. Our hope for this channel is that you are able to pick up a tip, a trick, a golden nugget to help you on your homesteading journey. If that is the case, go ahead, hit subscribe. Keep bringing comments, feedback, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Appreciate all of you. Today we're just gonna do a quick tour. We're gonna do a garden check. Evie's out there taking care of all her birds already. We were looking at the calendar and these ducks are coming up on 4 months here in a couple of weeks, which is super excited. They're supposed to start laying eggs here in the next couple of weeks, so updates on that. Turkeys are still doing their thing inside. They're doing great in there. We'll do a garden check. We put Annabelle up last night because there was another calf getting on her and the gate, it was windy, the gate flung open, so that was all for naught. She's out, we're gonna go get her. Normal day of chores will bring you along for the ride. All right, we're gonna do a quick garden check just because it's starting to flourish in here, so we'll just do a quick look at what's going on, and you can see that this is just blowing up. So I know I keep pointing out these squashes, but very cool that they keep crawling that.
I think from now on we're gonna do everything like that, like the pumpkins and the this just is. Yeah. It took over our jalapenos.
Yeah. So
like
yeah, our pumpkins. That's the challenge with these pumpkins and squashes. They just take everything over. So like Natalie was saying, look, we've got all of these trusses. I mean, we can be smarter with our space. This was kind of a trial and it worked. So Natalie was just saying for everything, pumpkins, squashes, from now on, we're just gonna utilize this vertical idea so that we can maximize the most space that we've got here, if that makes sense. Because like Natalie said, these pumpkins just took over our jalapenos. I mean,
yeah, there's only a couple of plants that we're able to put up.
You can't even see what's going on here. So look, everything's looking great in here. These tomatoes are going great. We've got bush beans, shelling peas, everything's going great. Cucumbers are starting to climb the wall. Looks good in here, looks good. I'm gonna go.
I think it's the wind that actually pushed these over. I think the chickens did a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so we brought the chickens in the last couple of days to get rid of these. How are they doing over there? Get rid of these squash bugs. And you can see that.
I mean, they tore apart this plant.
So we had chickens back here. Yeah, they're still squash bugs. So they came in and did okay. They spilled that water, that's why.
It's definitely better, but
yeah, they're still squash bugs, but
I only saw one.
Which is good because usually there's like hundreds of them. So
eggs.
we threw them in here, let them do their thing. They pecked around and hopefully they took care of it. We ended up cutting down our awesome sunflower patch that we had here. Unfortunately, it was blocking the sun, so we weren't getting any sun on the shelling peas or the beans. So that whole area right where Natalie is right there was just covered with sunflowers. We came out, look, we enjoyed them for about a month. It was great, but we ended up cutting them down just to get some sun. We still have we've got sunflowers all over the place. So all good. I mean, it was pros and cons, right? You go back and forth. They're cool, they're beautiful, they're awesome to have, but at the end of the day, the whole reason we have this high tunnel is to grow food, and they were not allowing us to maximize food production in there. So we ended up cutting them down. We fed them all to the pigs, spread them around. Hopefully we'll get some more next year. Evie's out doing her chores, taking care of the waters. I've I've got her chicken feed here, so I'll give this to her. Such a help when she's out here doing this though. So she got her ducks all squared away. Did you get the duck pond?
Yeah.
They love it, look at them.
I put worms in it, so it's kind of like fishing. So the worms feed to the bottom and then they have to go get it. They love it.
Yeah, look at those ducks. They love that pond. So she put some of those mealworms in there and they're ducking in and getting them. Good idea, Abby. All right, did you clean everything out?
I just finished with these. I just have to do a quick clean out on these guys.
Okay, then we got to move them.
Oh yeah, these guys.
Yeah. Pigs are crazy. I'm gonna go get these pigs taken care of and then I can move these houses here. But it looks like Evie took care of all the water. Did you clean out the pond?
Yes, they just got dirty.
Okay.
I literally just cleaned it out. And
okay. There's a pan right here. 2 pens. Hi, piggies. Alright, we fixed this fence problem, so it's hitting hard now to try and respect this fence again. Alright, so we're up to our final. We're up to 30 pounds now. So 6 pounds of pig. And that's the most we're gonna feed them until we take them to slaughter. Plus they get all of our, all the scraps. But, okay, so as I was saying, the rule of thumb for the grain, at least what we do, is 1 pound of grain per 1 month of age, up to 6 months, and then we plateau there. So they are now officially 6 months-ish, at least to our calendar. They're about 6 months old. So we're gonna max out at 6 pounds of grain per pig. We have 5 pigs, that's 30 pounds of grain. So we're doing 30 pounds of grain per day, and then we don't even supplement the scraps because these are our meat hogs. I'd rather put more growth on them, more meat on them. So if they gain weight, I'm okay with it. And look, I've mentioned this so many times. They are, when I'm talking about weight gain for our hogs, because we're out on pasture, look at them. These are good looking hogs. They're not obese, they're not grossly fat and overweight. So we're not concerned with putting too much unnecessary fat on them. So we're gonna give them 30 pounds of grain and then all of our scraps until the end. Now, on our breeders, we are supplementing. So because our breeders, we're just trying to keep them maintain health. We're doing 10 pounds of food, or a 10-pound grain equivalent. So right now I think we had a half gallon of milk, which is equal to 4 pounds. If you weigh it out, it's 4 pounds. So that's a 2-pound grain equivalent. So I think today we did a half gallon of milk and 8 pounds of grain. So I hope all of that makes sense.
Good morning.
All right, so I just moved the hens, we moved the turkeys. I gotta move these next gen hens just a little bit. All right, and as I mentioned at the beginning, top of the video, there's Annabelle. So somehow I think the wind knocked the gate open and she got out. So I gotta go get her. We'll go feed these breeder pigs. Get Annabelle milked. Okay, but this is hot. You gotta go around that way. All right, Nat's gonna get these fed. I'm gonna go get Annabelle and get her brought up.
We're gonna have these guys forever.
Go. right, so we're getting Annabelle in. I forgot I had this water going on this pig, so I'm gonna go shut that off. Annabelle's making herself up. Nat and Evie are gonna go get her started. We'll get her milked and we'll call it a day. Oh, they turned the water off. I just left the hose in.
Good morning, Bronco.
Cool. Okay, so update on timeline for these girls. It's about time to get them pregnant again. So we go 60 days. So we're triggering. So I know we talk about not doing inputs. We don't do wormers. We don't do shots, vaccines, any of that with our animals. The one shot we do just because over the years it's just been a complete nightmare trying to time their heat cycles with AI has proven to cost us a lot of time and a lot of money. And the probability of them getting pregnant goes up significantly when we trigger. And again, it's not, these are just hormones, right? We're just utilizing hormones. It's GnRH, progesterone, and the cedar. So we'll put the cedar in to manipulate the cycle, and then we trigger with progesterone and GnRH. So all of that to be said, we start that sync process 60 days post-calving. So our last heifer to calve was Maybell, thank you. So Maybell calved. She was the last one. So it went Annabelle, June, then Maybell. So we're utilizing Maybell as the start date. So 60 days post-calve is coming up here in a couple weeks, and we're going to trigger all 3 of them. So that entails, I believe, so 60 days post, we put the cedar in and we give them a shot. And then a week later, we pull the cedar, we give another shot, and then 3 days later, we AI and we give another shot. So it's I think it's a 10-day process. I don't have all the numbers in front of me, but it's a 9 or 10-day process. All of that, we're going to start here in a couple weeks. So we're excited to get that process going. We have 3 mamas now. And then we also found a local farmer who has an A2 Jersey bull, which is awesome. So what we're going to do is Maybell and June, we've got Wagyu semen, so we'll put Wagyu semen in them. That's going to be our beef. So we'll have 2 beefs. And we're going to we're also going to do an A2 Jersey semen for her. And then on day 18 of the cycle, we'll put her with the bull. We're still trying to work out the details. If that works, we'll bring her over to the bull on day 18 for cleanup, just in case the AI didn't take place. So that way we've got 2 shots within 1 cycle to get this girl pregnant with an A2 Jersey. Hopefully it's a female, and then she can be our next generation milk cow. That's the hope, that's the plan. We've tried it in the past. We've tried twice and failed with 2 separate cows, so we are really hopeful that that works. And we'll bring you along. That's to come in the next couple of weeks. All right, we are going to call it a day today. As always, appreciate each and every one of you. Our hope for this channel is that you're able to pick up a tip, a trick, a gold nugget to help you on your homesteading journey. If that is the case, hit subscribe, give us a like, keep bringing comments, feedback. Appreciate y'all. Catch you next time.